Hi besties, welcome back to another beginner sewing series. In today's lesson, I'll show you two methods to attach a sleeve neatly to a bodice. If you ever struggled or you weren't sure of how to match the sleeve to the armhole, don't worry. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to attach your sleeves with confidence. Now let's get started. I've gone ahead to cut out my sleeve and my bodice. If you've not seen this tutorial, please I'll leave a link for you to know how to draft and cut out a basic sleeve and a basic bodice. So now what we are going to do, make sure that your front and back bodies have been joined at the shoulder. So we'll go ahead and attach the sleeve to the bodice. Make sure that the middle of the sleeve is notched. Then you go ahead and place it right side facing each other like you see me do in the video. Please make sure that the center of the sleeve cap is facing or matching the shoulder, okay, the shoulder of the bodice. Now go ahead and pin it down. Pinning it down is going to help you while sewing. Make sure that everything is aligned. You have to be very patient with this step. Make sure that everything is aligned, and don't forget right sides facing each other. Right sides facing each other. After pinning it down, this is what it looks like. Now we are going to take it to the sewing machine and stitch it round. Okay, so we'll stitch it round by 1/2 inch. After stitching it down, you go ahead and sew by the side, starting from the sleeve. Now before I join it at the sides, I'm hemming the sleeves. Go ahead and fold the sleeves by 1/2 inch twice. Okay, sew it down. You have to be very careful with this step, especially if you're a beginner. You can see what I'm doing. Fold it in by 1/2 inch twice. Okay, make sure that everything is properly aligned, and then you start stitching it down. Stitch it down on the edges, okay, and don't pull on the fabric. Okay, don't pull on the fabric. Make sure that everything is going smoothly. Just guide the fabric. Now after doing that, I'll go ahead and stitch it down. While cutting this, I left 1 inch for stitch allowance, and that is what I'm doing now. I'm sewing it together with 1 inch stitching allowance. Okay, start from the sleeve and sew it all the way down. This is one method to do it. Now this is what we have after we've joined it. Now for the second pattern, we'll go ahead and align the front and the back bodies. Okay, for the second pattern, we are going to stitch it down by 1 inch. Stitch down the bodies first before you attach the sleeve. This is for the second pattern. Okay, now I'll go ahead and stitch it down all the way down. So after stitching it down, the next thing we are going to do is to also go ahead now. This is what we have after stitching it down. Now we'll go ahead and hem the sleeves, okay, separately, and we are done with that. We did it just like we did for the first one. So after hemming it, this is what you have. Now we'll go ahead and face it right sides facing each other. Make sure that whatever you're sewing is at the back of the fabric. Go ahead and stitch down the armhole with 1 inch stitch allowance, or whatever stitching allowance you left on your own. Stitch it down. Now after stitching it down, this is what we have also. Now we are going to go ahead and make a notch at the sleeve cap, the center of the sleeve cap. Make a notch there. Now we are going to turn it over. This is what we have. This is what we have now. we're going to go ahead and turn it over to the front side like you see. Please be very careful with this step. After turning it over, you want to open up the basic bodies and put it inside, right sides facing each other. As you can see, the right side of the sleeve is facing the right side of the bodies. So we're going to go ahead and start to sew it from the underarm. Okay, open it like you see me do in the video so that that place will not be bulky. Okay, this is to avoid bulk. Open up your sleeve allowance, then go ahead and pin it down. This is a very delicate one, so you have to be very careful here. Go ahead and pin it down. After pinning it down, you go ahead and pin the sleeve cap to the shoulder. That is why we notched it, so we can know the center. Okay, as you can see, I also went ahead to open the seam allowance at the shoulder, and we're going to join it. Okay, use your pin to hold it down. And then we'll go ahead and hold it all the way down with your pin. Hold it round with your pin. And please make sure that everything is aligning. Do not pull on the fabric or stretch. Please do not do that. If not, you're going to have pocket sleeve. So go ahead and pin it down. Then we'll go to the sewing machine and stitch it round with 1/2 inch like we did for the first one. Please, if your own is not aligning perfectly, you can go ahead and loosen it and repeat the step. I mean, it's a beginner series, so you have to practice until you get it. Okay, so after doing that, this is what we have for the second sleeve, and this is what we have for the first sleeve. And that's it for the tutorial, guys. If you have found this lesson helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share. Don't forget to subscribe for more beginner friendly tutorials. In the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to cut and sew this basic top from start to finish. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.